What's up, guys? All right, I'm going to try and keep this brief as much as I can. So I got a little bit of work done to this 10T for next weekend's Vintage Fall Brawl at Insanity. I had thrown this together for our Roostpalooza race back in March or April, loose dirt race. It didn't. I ended up not getting the tires I was supposed to, so I didn't really have much to use. My buddy Joe gave me a set of tires for the back. I think I ran the Carvers that I typically ran on my T3. I put those on the front, but I didn't have a lot of bite, so I didn't really have it just wasn't that great. And then I was hoping to get some work done to it for our, what the hell's the name of that race? The one in June and it's at Insanity on the hardpack surface, the Vintage Shootout. But it didn't happen, so I wanted to make sure that I got this thing together for our October race. So initially when I just kind of threw it together before, I had some used 10T turnbuckles with ball cups already on it, like this, and just threw those on stock bell crank. Here's the whole thing. There's nothing wrong with it. It worked fine. But I kind of figured, I'm going to try to beat this thing up a little bit, especially now that there's more grip involved on the harder pack surface. So I was like, I better just convert this to the B6 stuff. So that's what I did. I had some these Jconcepts turnbuckles. I've had them for a couple of years. They're actually for a Yokomo. Hang on. I gotta find the bag. The YZ4SF. Now I needed 2 packs of them to actually do one truck for the longer ones, but they're just kind of laying around. So I used those to get turnbuckles on them, and I had to get a new set of cups and some of the 8mm ball studs. So, and when I initially built this, I had these, the first run of the Jconcepts 10T towers. These were like the ones you get now with their shiny finish. Well, the originals were a matte finish. And it's probably a little hard to see. But anyway. So I figured I'll just, throw these on here. Because I was building another 10T, blue chassis, white parts, and all that. And I wanted to use the shiny ones on that. So these were just laying around. I was like, I'll just throw them on this one. But now I'm kind of thinking that I'm probably never going to get that blue one built, honestly. And I already have one of the Jconcepts 10T steering bell cranks in it, and I had the diamond cut nose tubes and stuff for it. So I was like, I'm just going to take them out of that and put them in this. The chassis on this, it's not too bad. The nose is kind of beat up, and there's one extra hole right there, but it's not terrible. So I think what I'm going to do over the winter, or actually, well, once the fall brawl is done, I'm going to take this apart. I'll clean up the aluminum because everything's straight. So I was going to clean up the aluminum stuff and have it redone black, just freshen it up a little bit. And eventually I want to replace the gold shocks too. I'm not too worried about putting big bores or anything on this unless like a reasonably priced set comes along. But I'm not too worried about it. But if I can get a decent set of, even team shocks, or maybe a set of threaded shocks or something, that would be good. So yeah, did a little angle cut on I got to read this trans I pulled out of my Terminator dirt oval car because I was just trying to throw it together. And I don't really understand why I have one black case and one half that was dyed, but you can see the dyes coming out of it. So I did a little angle cut on the motor plate, basically to make room for a fan that I got to put on there yet. Yeah, it still has a 1/4-inch universals in it. So with the Pioneer wheels, just got the 1/4-inch adapters. I got to glue the tires yet. I think that's it. That's about it. Nothing too crazy. I'm still kind of questioning using the speed control because the other year it was shutting off on me in my T3, but I did take it outside and kind of beat it on it a little while, and it didn't shut off. And my buddy Joe kind of went through it, and he didn't see anything that was wrong with it. But I have a Hobby Just stock that I might just put in it so I don't got to worry about it. So if I decide to do that, it'll be sometime before Sunday because heading into next week, I don't see me having a bunch of spare time and in the races next weekend. So I need to get all my stuff pretty much buttoned up this weekend. So, but yeah, now it has pretty much all the, well, not all the Jconcepts stuff, but I got the towers on, the bell crank, the nose tubes, some turnbuckles. So we'll make I might even put maybe put some new plastic parts on it. But yeah, redo the aluminum stuff, try and clean it up. Just make a nicer truck, and I'll just kind of build this one out so it's kind of ready to go. Because I need to have, like for the races that I put on, the 10 Talk races, with adding the Y2K class, the name would imply like 2000 and newer. But like the T3, the production went to like 2003. So, I mean, it, started in 2007, I guess, or 1997, sorry, and it went to 2003. So, and then my cutoff for like your normal two-wheel drive and stadium truck goes to 97. So the B3 and T3 is allowed. So it's like there's kind of that little bit of room where you could run a B3 and a T3 in either class. So I wanted to have a separate truck for the regular stadium truck class, and then have my T3 to run in the Y2K class, and that will also serve me for going to like the vintage race in North Carolina, because it's the same thing. I can run my T3, and they run 13.5 in the like their I think they call it rear motor revival, I think. So yeah, they actually run 13.5 in their like rear motor revival classes, buggy and truck. So my races are 17.5 across the board, except for four-wheel drive. It's just 13.5. So I'll put a 13.5 in a T3 after I'm done racing my race, and it'll be ready to go for North Carolina, and then I'll run this in the regular stadium truck class. So hopefully it'll get back together in time. But yeah, other than that, this is already 10 minutes. It doesn't take long. So, all right. So I glue some tires up. I got a little bit of work to do on that tomorrow. Oh, another thing I did was I still have the stock slipper in it. I put one of the carbon fiber discs from Nostalgic RC. So we're going to try that out. He uses them in, he builds drag cars out of Dual Sports, and he uses those clutches, and, you know, they're doing it on drag cars, and they work great. So running it on an off-road track should be just fine. So yeah. But yeah, I'm going to put these shocks on that car back there, with the 10T arms in the back. The 132s are the bodies are a little short. And these are 139s. They're just a touch longer, and should make it perfect. And the other thing is, I threw those shocks on there and forgot they were on one of my B2s, and I ran a heavier oil in my B2s compared to the B3, and I never changed it. I just took them off the B2, threw them on that, and ran it. So I should have had a little lighter oil in the back of that. So I'll get these cleaned up and put new O-rings and stuff in it, put the right oil in it, get them on there. And then I got a pair of the blue 89 V2s to take off one of my B15s. And then that'll have all the blue V2 shocks on it. And then I have a set of threaded V2 shocks to put back on the B15 then, whenever I tear that down and clean that one up too. So, all right. Long enough. See you in the next one.